Okay, so today is the 4th of July. Cruising along here. Just wanted to mention that obviously today is the 4th of July and talk about a couple of things that I can remember that have brought the morale of the country together more than maybe anything else in particular. And I do remember being a small child, and of course we had I wasn't a real small child, I was maybe 9 or 10, but we had the hostage situation in Iran, and that was a definite sadness when the U.S. Embassy was seized by Iranian militants. And that was a power struggle. During that same time, though, what gave us a good boost in morale was the 1980 U.S. Olympic team winning the gold medal, the hockey team. And at that time, they were all amateurs. In those days, they didn't send NHL players to the Olympics. They were simply amateurs, and that upset the Central Red Army hockey team to get to the gold medal game that they ultimately won against Finland. And that definitely was a morale boost. A little over a year later, our new president was Ronald Reagan. He was shot and wounded, along with a Secret Service man, a Washington police officer, and his press secretary, James Brady. Brady was shot through the head. He never did return to work, but he did survive. And but the way Reagan conducted himself from that point, whether people agreed with Reagan or not politically, I do think he helped bring the morale of the country together at that time. September 11th was the biggest tragedy in my lifetime, and maybe even ever as far as the country's concerned, because it'd be a little bit like Pearl Harbor, only Pearl Harbor at least was a military base. The Japanese did at least attack warriors. It was a sneak attack, and it was a cheap shot, and it was definitely a yellow-bellied stunt, but at least it was an attack against military warriors. September 11th was just a totally uncalled for thing, but I think our country bonded together pretty well for a period of time after that. Like anything, though, once time touches everything and people kind of go their separate ways. But it's too bad it takes a tragedy of that magnitude. But I do feel that our country was very united during that stretch of time. YouTube and Facebook unite people too. It's like being in high school again. Gossip. Just when looks like they're smooth sailing there, you end up with another nemesis. I used to call the nemesis out by name on the YouTube channel, but I haven't been doing that lately because I think sometimes that gives them self-esteem, because that's what they want. They want to be annoying, and they want to know they're getting to you. So you just don't. You're better off just posting around them and not calling them out too much. I have actually had about a year and a half ago, I was going through a period of time when people were actually calling me and commenting on YouTube videos. I was able to get a trace on my phone. I have the numbers that were calling me. I didn't pursue it much. I just got the information I needed, and I could have made it a bigger issue, but I decided not to. Sometimes it's just better to let sleeping dogs lie. If I was pestered again that way, I could still do that. I still have that option. And so now I have it with my phone bill. I just get also a copy. It costs a little bit more, but I also get a copy of every phone number that's called me, even if it was called under restricted ID. It'll say private caller ID dash, then area code number. So that's how I handled that. So if I ever did need to make anything an issue, I could still do that. But hopefully they'll just continue to leave me alone and there won't be an issue. I'd rather bond together. I'd rather not go to war. Alright, well, it's the 4th of July, and it's almost time to do cookouts and beer, so this will probably be my last video for today.